Moment of Harmony, our regularly scheduled time. Now we are a teens bit behind what our normal time frame is, and that is because there were a ton of technical difficulties today. So that is how I know we're gonna have a banging, bumping moment because anytime it takes forever to just get logged on, set up, and started, I'm trying to be stopped. That's how I feel. It's trying to be stopped. There's a little bit of an energetic interference, and don't worry about it. I'm here for it. We're doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, but welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to have a moment with you today. We are in brand new coursework. We're in a 4 week, 1 month course framework called Moments in Motion or Moments of Motion. I keep messing it up. Moments of Motion. We have 4 weeks of Moments of Motion, and we are moving through stagnation. We have drawn in things to our lives better for ourselves. We have taken transitions, taken different steps for ourselves. And now, how do we keep the momentum going? How do we keep moving? How do we stay up? Okay. And I came up with 4 different ways in which, not only 4 ways, but 4 ways in which we are stagnant or ways that we get stuck in stagnation that are fear, forgiveness, failure, and fog, right? The fog of our vision. And so today's episode is entitled Stuck in the Fear of Fear. We're conquering, we are combating, we are confronting the poison that is fear today, right? The quicksand that is fear today. So we're going to again be talking about that in this coursework. I want to welcome you. I want to thank you. If you are watching me live in real time on this Saturday, I was about to say Friday, child, the days. If you are watching me live in real time on this Saturday, then you are watching on this, society's calendar version of Valentine's Day. You're watching on Valentine's Day. Yesterday was Akoma Day, which is a cultural day of celebration and love. So happy Akoma Day. Today, I don't know why I keep feeling things are stuck to my lip gloss. It's so weird when that happens. Sorry, y'all. But yes, yesterday, Akoma Day. Today, Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day to all that do celebrate, all that are getting all lovey dovey. All I need is a reason to love. Okay, all I need is a reason to go hard on someone, something, somehow, somewhere, some way. That's all I need. So happy Love Day. We are also in Black History Month, even though, Black History 365 is how I thrive. But Black History Month, according again to societal structure, happy Black History Month, happy Valentine's Day. My favorite month. February is my absolute favorite month of the year, not just because a queen was born, but also because it does encompass history, which is one of my most favorite subjects in the world, as well as love, which is my most favorite thing in the world. And me, another one of my favorite things in the world. Look at that, Lee. Okay, we're back. That was annoying. So what was happening was, even though I have put my phone on Do Not Disturb and learned my lesson, still sometimes, YouTube, whomever, we gotta fix this glitch. Still sometimes when we do, even if I do not disturb, I'm still getting a freeze when calls or something is coming in. So it's not as bad as it used to be where we could throw my whole show off, but it still gave us a little freeze. And I know going forward it was, yeah, thank you. Nope. It was the definitely wasn't y'all. It was the do not disturb not doing everything it needs to do. But I guess they're working on it. Progress for everyone. Hey, Miss Dakota. Welcome everybody that's coming in. Divine Day. Peace, Mama Yatsali. Look at all the loved ones coming in. Happy Love Day. Again, like I was saying, happy Black History Month. Love and light to everybody. We're here at a Moment of Harmony. Again, we are in a brand new series. We are in brand new coursework. We are in a 4 week series, and I'm excited to get all up into it today. I'm trying to see if I have birthday shout outs. Mama Ya's birthday, Dr. Maya birthday. I'm trying to think who else's birthday. Choo. We had a lot of February birthdays. Okay, February's jumping too. Make Way. Happy birthday to Make Way. Whew. If it's your birthday, make some noise. Okay, happy birthday to you. If it's your day, I am Aqua Gang. Okay, we are still in season until next week. Aqua is still doing this thing. So I love you all. Thank you so much, Raymond, for liking and subscribe. Love and light to you. So appreciative of you. And thank you all for joining me today. Whether you are live right here in right here with me. I love you to death. We're going to keep on talking throughout the whole moment, or love you to life. And then if you are watching me on a playback, love and light to you. I hope you are finding your moment when you need it the most. That's all I care for. Do you need it? Did you get it? Good for you. Good for me, good for us, good for life, right? So, stuck in the fear of fear. Again, we are embarking today, first day of course. If you are going to graduate this course, you have 4 short weeks to do so. We are in this new coursework of moments of motion. We're going to get some things moving, okay? We manifested some things. We did meiotic moments before that. And now we're in moments of motion. We're going to move some things right along. Here we are shifting our lives. Last year was the last year of a lot of things. We have some new things coming in. Look, 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 new things coming in, right? We have new things coming in. Now that new things are coming in, how do we keep the momentum, keep things going? We are going to tackle those things that keep us stuck. We are going to tackle those quicksands of life, fear, forgiveness, failure, and fog. And today we are coming against fear. Stuck in the fear of fear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy birthday. It's your friend's birthday. Happy birthday to your friend. Happy birthday so much. Yes, Aqua Gang. All right, the chat is chatting, okay? And I want to let everyone in the chat know I'm always so grateful for you. I love you so much. The interaction means a lot. Super grateful for you. But because the moments are so full and I hate going over my hour, I don't always engage with the chat. Sometimes I just got to get into the coursework and let's get it going so that those that are not watching live, they're not too caught up when they're trying to catch up. They're not getting caught up when they're trying to catch up. Okay. I'm always available for inboxing for serious inquiries only. You can always inbox me on Messenger with Facebook at Harmony Davis, HarmonieDavis. Message me there if it's real and you're in alignment. I'll align with you. Message me on Instagram at Third Eye Therapist. THIRD underscore EYE underscore THERAPIST. Message me, inbox me there. If the alignment is real, we're going to be aligning. Okay? I love you all so much and thank you, thank you. Let's get in to this first week of our 4 course of moments of motion. Now, stuck in the fear. I've come up with 5 different reasons when it comes to fear. Listen, we've all talked about fear. We know about fear. We're just going to take some little unique directions when it comes to fear with us today in today's moment. When it comes to fear and us being stuck, us being stagnant, peace and hello and welcome. When it comes to fear and us being stuck, stagnant, and not in motion, it is mainly coming from this specific breakdown. Not only, but I've chosen 5 major points of fear that I would like us to tackle today, that I would like us to conquer today, to be more aware of, and to have tools for working around them. A Moment of Harmony is all about our growth and our development, our wellness and well-being, our expansion and our divinity, and not just talking to you about it, but us doing it together, us growing and gaining actual tools, practical tools to move through growth and development together. So welcome, thank you, love you, let's go, okay? So stuck in the fear of fear. 5 major parts. We have a fear of loss, we have fear of lack, we have fear of things going left, so loss, lack, left. We have a fear of love, and we have a fear of learning. Loss, lack, left, love, learning. Those were the 5. We're going to get into all 5 of those today, okay? How those fears, how trauma and patterns around those fears are holding us back from taking our blessings to the next level. Now, I'm not a big sports girl, even though my big boys are young men now, and they were big into sports when they were young. However, my baby boy, he's not all into the sports. He's more into, he does basketball, but he's more into, anime and karate. So bear with me with my sport analogies, okay? I'm not in it the way that I used to be. But what I mean is, this analogy that I'm using is a football analogy, and what we are doing at a Moment of Harmony with this moment's emotions is we are taking our blessings, catching them, and we want to run them all the way down to a touchdown. Now, if I said something wrong, I gave a preface, okay, a disclaimer. But anyway, we want to make sure that as we catch our blessings, as things come our way that we are working diligently for, we're working very hard for, that we are focused on, we don't want to fumble. Okay? Y'all like that? Okay. We don't want to fumble our blessings. We are keeping the momentum. We are taking ourselves to the next level. And in order to get us to the other end, I am talking about those things that get us stuck on the field. Why we are not making run through, touchdown, breakthroughs, right? It is because we are having fear of loss. We are fear of lack. Fear is one of those things that we are getting stuck. Remember, I said fear, forgiveness, failure, and fall. These are the four courses. So when it comes to fear, hello and peace and welcome. When it comes to fear, we are fearing losing. We are fearing lacking. Okay, you got it. You got it. Thank you. Gotta keep a hitter to the left of you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Fear of loss, fear of lack, fear of things going left, fear of love, and fear of learning. Why, how, and let's get realigned. We ready? Okay. So, first thing, when it comes to the fear of loss and us being stagnant, us being blessed with things that we're asking for, us having blessings that we're working hard for, and then we feel stuck. Why am I getting things that I do need? Why am I not getting the things that I do need? Why do I feel like I am stuck in this place and I cannot move, take myself to a next level of beingness? Those major quicksands of life, one major quicksand of life, the fear of loss. We are always afraid of fearing. We fear losing what we know. We fear losing who we are. We fear losing what we have. We feel losing what we know, familiarity. We feel losing who we are, the loss of self, getting lost in the sauce. We fear losing what we have, what we already have control over, what we already know we can do. The fear of loss stagnates us. And in moments of momentum, moments of motion, as we move forward for this next 4 week coursework, we are going to get ourselves dug up out of places that are no longer planting us but burying us. And we're going to grow ourselves to next levels of beingness. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you, thank you. Ashe. So, how can we get past? How can we conquer? How can we work through this fear of losing? How can we work through, well, if I go after more, if I walk away from this, if I give up, if I, let's not use the term give up, if I close this chapter, if I'm finished in this area, what if I lose who I was? What if I lose what people think I am? What if I lose everything that I had? What if I lose the fear of loss keeping you? I would like to change our perspective and add in a couple of what ifs, okay? First perspective, we are not lost minded. Peace, mother. Peace, I love you. We are not lost minded. We are transition minded. I want us elevated individuals, elevated beings of life, that as we are getting into human experiences, understanding that we are spiritual beings, that we are in human experiences, relationships, relating to others, growing, gaining, creating human experiences, peace, that while we are in human experiences, we are spiritual beings. That means nothing is ending. Spirit is energy. So what if we replace all those what ifs? What if I lose? What if they don't like? What if I'm not welcome? What if I change? What if this changes? Well, let's change those what ifs. Well, what if you can't lose? What if, as a spiritual being of light, all you can do is transform from one realm to the next? What would change about the way you do things if you knew you couldn't lose? What would change about the way you approach this life and you approach your endeavors and you approach your dreams and your ambitions if you understood that losing was not an option? Well, my love, I want to tell you that on a human experience, while what we call life loss is only change, in the human realm of things, what we call loss is only change. In the spiritual realm of beingness, your primary wellness, your primary operation, You cannot lose. I was reading this amazing post was it this morning or yesterday morning, and the post was talking about love and how there's no such thing as like unrequited love or unreturned love. There's no such thing as wasted love. That love is an energy that has its own momentum and that it always comes back. It may not come back from a specific person. It may not come back at a specific time. But love is not an energy that can be lost. And I loved that. And it's so true, right? When we get into karma, we get into, some people talk about luck or blessings, right? We get into good things coming our way, great things happening for us, mercy and grace being shined upon us. We are talking about love that was emitted out into the air. We hear all the time where people say, I had a praying grandmother. A lot of the blessings that I have today are from a praying grandmother. I have praying grandmothers, so, plural. I am a praying grandmother. There are some things, even just this week, I had to go ahead and put in the realm of I can't lose. What am I worried about? What am I afraid of? As a spiritual being, in my humanness, change is inevitable. As a spiritual being, transition is what's happening. In the human level, change is inevitable. I'm not losing, things are just changing. In the spiritual level, transition is the goal. I am transitioning. I am moving from one phase of energy to the next phase of energy. Oh, you were in this relationship, now you're in this relationship. I'm transitioning. I have not lost one thing. I only become better. I only am, things are only piled on. This is what we're talking about. We talk about momentum. I can remember being a child. That means there are things I didn't lose. I can remember last year. I can remember 10 years ago. Your girl just turned 40 this month. I can remember 30 and 20 and 10. I haven't lost one thing. I've only gained and grown. I've only grown and gained. If you understand that in this life, when it comes to you being so afraid, what if I don't get what is for you is for you? Whatever spiritual space you operate in and whatever what term you deem for space, for spiritual source, right? For divine source energy. Whatever term you deem for source energy, what God has for you is for you. What the Creator has put your name on, your name is on it. And that means you can't lose when there's an end goal of your victory. The end goal. I'm so busy holding on to the individual battles. I'm so worried about the day to day, the things I've decided belong to me. The things that I've decided are mine, the things I was told belong to me. When the end goal is victory, I do not lose. I only learn, right? We've heard that saying before. I love that one. I don't lose, I learn. So, understanding that we must become transition minded over fear minded of losing. What if I lose? We even do that. I have to be exploited by this job because I might lose this job. I have to bend to the whims of this friend or this circumstance, or I will lose this friend. I have to do these things, or I will lose this. You first cannot lose what is yours. Okay? We need to be more. We need to be more transition minded and being more certain that I'm not losing my mind. I'm not losing myself. I'm not losing my way. I am transitioning. And the only way for me to lose is to be lost minded, is for me to not look like I learned. I either win or I learn. If this is something you didn't get to forever with this person, this was a chapter and a lesson, and did you learn? Then guess what? You are in transition. You are moving into the next level of yourself, and the next level of yourself requires another package. The next level of yourself will require another home, another job, another state, another financial bracket. Transition minded. We are stuck when it comes to growth and development, when it comes to taking our blessings all the way in, when it comes to fully living this life and tuning into this life, we get stuck in the fear of losing. We are afraid to lose everything but ourselves. and it is hurting us, it is depleting us, it is causing us crisis. There is a crisis of loss of self. And the crisis, yes, Ashe, and the crisis for the loss of self is coming because we are not transition minded. I am no longer afraid of losing. I am open to transition. Well, what if I lose this job? What if I transition into my next career? What if I lose this? The relationship feels like it's different. It feels like I'm ending this relationship. What if I'm transitioning into my next level of love and connection? I cannot be stuck in one of the quicksands of life, which is fear, by fearing loss. The fear of loss is causing you to lose. It is causing you to lose your future. It is causing you to lose blessings that you worked hard for. It is causing you to lose time, my love. It is causing you, there will be things that you will not be able to go back and get. Sankofa. Our ancestors left us with cultural directive to know thyself and to always Sankofa. There were much more directives, but those are my favorite two. Be able to go back and get. I cannot go back and get if I lost. Only thing I can lose is harmony. Did I leave harmony there? If you didn't, you didn't lose. When I buried this person, did I leave harmony there? Fear of loss. That's the only way you lose. When I left this job, did I leave harmony there? When I left that relationship, did I leave harmony there? When I moved on to this next level, when I left this thing I was a part of, did I leave harmony there? Or did harmony grow into a next level of beingness? Is she now learning how to be in another state of beingness? I didn't leave her there. If you woke up with you, you did not lose. If you woke up with you, you didn't lose. Go back and get Sankofa. Go back and get yourself. Those traumatic situations, when you were violated, when you were left, when you were abandoned, when you were betrayed, if you left yourself, that is the only way you lost. And it is why you are stuck quicksand now, because you are continuously afraid to lose. I want us to be transition minded. I didn't stay there. I wasn't stuck there. You won't go back there and find her. You'll find my fingerprint, but you won't find my footprint. I touched it and I kept on moving. You'll find my fingerprint, but you won't find my footprint, because I am where I am. I am that I am, and therefore I don't have a fear of loss. I am transition minded. I cannot pray for a brighter future, a better tomorrow, and whole time I am afraid to transition. How are you going to get there? There is no bus coming to take you to your future. There is no Amtrak, there's no flight to your future. Where you are trying to go, you will grow to. Therefore, I must be transition minded, not fear minded, and not a victim of fear mongering, which is what this society is very famous for. I am not afraid to grow. I am not, well, what if you lose this? I am transitioning. What is mine comes with me, and what is mine is waiting for me. But I must grow, or I will not get where I am going. What is mine comes with me. What is mine is waiting for me. This fear of I'm afraid of the unknown. There is no unknown when it comes to spiritual beingness. Victory is the end goal. That's all I need to know. Well, who's going to be there? What's going to be there? What's going to happen there? As long as I show up in peace. Not in pieces, but if I show up in peace, if I show up at 41 in peace, I have no fear of what 40 offers. If I show up at this event in peace, I have no fear of what the next couple of days will offer. As long as I show up in peace, I am not afraid. Unknown victory is the end goal. How I'm going to get there, that's going to change. I don't fear that. It's called transition. Physical realm, we call change loss. It's just change. Your hair is just changing. Your weight's just changing. Your years are just changing. Your appetite is just changing. You're not losing, it's just changing. We are calling change loss in the physical realm. In the spiritual realm, what my sister likes to say, on the high end, on the low end. On the low end, we say change. On the high end, transition. On the spiritual level, we are transitioning, and that is the point of it all. So I cannot fear what should be happening, meaning I should be moving along. I should be growing, and I should be transitioning. No fear of the unknown. No fear of what if I'm not who I'm supposed to be. What if you are everything you're supposed to be, and more that is coming is where you are going. I fear, what if I don't have what I need? What if everything you need is inside of you? When have you been forsaken without what you need? The only time you have been without what you need is when you have underestimated or misdiagnosed what you need. Little Kim has a saying that says, I didn't know that God was all I had until rephrase that. She said, Little Kim said, I didn't know that God was all I needed until I turned around and God was all I had. And what I am saying by bringing up that quote is that there's a lot of times we put a lot of things in our must-haves that are not a part of our mission. They're not forever notes of our story. They're not meant to go the entire realm of your assignment. And we'll say, well, I need this. I need that. Well, look at you doing just fine without it. And by doing just fine, I don't mean that you don't miss, you don't long, you don't have regrets, you aren't healing. What I am saying is your mission is not done. So obviously you have what you need for your mission. You are still here. You are still here. So do not underestimate or overestimate all that is needed for your journey. If you keep thinking you're going to need too much, then you'll always fear not having enough. If you keep thinking you're going to need too much, then you'll always fear not having enough. I need friends and family. I need attention. I need accolades. I need validation. Now, I'm not saying these things aren't good. Love my friends and family. Listen, medicine, okay? Love connection. Love healing. Love my purpose. Love my mission. Love life. But I cannot get so caught up in the fear of what else will I need, that I cannot continue to move in a way in which I'm needed. Life needs you to move specifically. Life needs you to decide urgently. Life needs you to grow consistently. And if I'm too worried about what I might need, I will miss the need of self. Being present, being available, being aware. And I will be stagnant. And I will say, well, I can't go that way because I might not have. I can't do this because I might not have. I can't take this next. I shouldn't take this course. I shouldn't go this route. Shouldn't take this chance because I might not have all the stuff that I need. Well, look at you surviving just well without all the things you thought you needed. That's a whole nother moment all by itself, right? All the things you thought you couldn't live with. Look at your beautiful self. As long as you show up, as long as you show up in peace, you have won. So, fear of loss. You need to be less loss-minded and more transition-minded. I am going on to a new level. I know there are times like our phones, we love our phones. But how many times have you had something that you loved so much and then it got broken, lost, stolen, what have you, and you are devastated about it? But then you get excited because it's time to get a new one. You're like, okay, it's been time. I said that when I had my wreck or when my car got wrecked. I shouldn't say had my wreck because someone hit me. It belonged to me, okay? Someone wrecked my car. I was devastated. I was just like, my car. I love my car. It's my baby. I'm raising my babies with this car. I've been my little toot toot. We've been doing good together. And then guess what? It dawned on me. It's time for a new car. I did not lose. I learned. I only gain in growth as a spiritual being. You lose in fear, you gain in growth. You lose in fear, you gain in growth. So I have to be able to count the blessings and say it was time. It was time for a new car. And listen, for a minute I was attachment, the human side, change, spiritual side, transition. I felt it in the human realm. I relished in the spiritual realm. It was time for change. And now if I don't got a pretty little suit doo right, with all the bells and whistles that I couldn't even imagine, what would have happened if I would have been too afraid? No, let me fix this. No, let me hold on to this. No, let me try. The car is done. We do that fear of a loss. The relationship is done. That season is done. That chapter is closed. Your time there is over. But you're saying, no, 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 what if you win? What if you let go and you are true to yourself and you win? What if letting go only is allowing flow? What if you are allowing and not losing? Allow. We talked about that a couple of moments ago. What if you are allowing and not losing? Why do I get so hot up in here? Y'all sorry about me. Your girl is 40. Perry is getting me. I need to sit up here with a fan is what needs to happen. Get hot. Okay, y'all got your eyes on me. Now, fear of loss. Okay, now, fear of loss. Now, we're going to keep this moving quickly because I can get into them, right? But we got a lot of them. So I want to make sure we get all of them in the hour, and let's go. So fear of loss. Fear of loss is keeping us stagnant. It is not letting us move. You gaining or no? Are you gaining or no? Okay? Understand that you're changing. Be transition minded and allow the flow. You will thank yourself later. Okay, fear of lack. Woo, child. This fear of lack that we battle with is the lack of self. We fear lack of self and we fear lack of others. Child. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me, okay? We fear the lack of self and we fear the lack of others, okay? What is happening in the lack that we are feeling is, let's back up a little bit, right? We come from a societal structure. We come from a societal structure and many religion bases that teach us, that have us, I see you laughing at me, Mr. Carter, and I don't like it. I don't like it. With fear of lack, right? We come from a society that teaches us by fear, that controls by fear. Okay, so this is a great thing that we're in fear today, right? They control by fear. And one of the things they push by fear is inferiority, less than, lack than, incompletion. They teach us that as beautiful, brilliant, spiritual beings, we are incomplete. We have come here flawed, and that there are things that we need here to be complete. I want to reverse that for you. There is nothing needed on this earth to be complete. As a spiritual being, you came here to complete earth, right? And as you learn to complete earth, you grow into a level of beingness that elevates you to your supreme level. That's what you came here to get. You didn't come here to get friends, identity, definition, mission. You came here with it, right? Came here with your mission. You came here with your purpose. You came here with your brilliance. You came here with it. The society teaches us, because again, it is a capitalistic society, that we came here to get. You came here to be, you came here to gain, and then you shall grow, okay? But in order for us to be master consumers, we must always feel like we're missing something. So we are taught at a very young age, religiously, societally, that we are incomplete. There are there are religious beliefs. Let's start there. There are religious beliefs like you were born into sin. right? You were born tainted. You were born wrong, or you were born bad. How how would such a mindset contribute to us being lack-minded individuals, right? As individuals, as humans, we are in this space of always needed more, right? Yes, FOMO. Mr. Carter put up FOMO, fear of missing out, right? I, at 40, now have FOBO, which is fear of burning out, okay? I don't mind missing it. I just don't want to lose, okay? I don't want to lose her. So here we go. I can miss it long as I keep her, okay? So here's the thing. When it comes to the fear of lack, I want us to understand that this fear of lack is not something we just got in school because we were teased. This fear of a lack of confidence, this fear of a lack of having, this fear of needing more, this fear of validation, this does not come from just you came up in a one-parent home or your parents were divorced, right? This lack of confidence is not just coming from, there you go. You're so funny. You're so funny. Um, this fear did not just come from societal structures and environments that taught us to hate ourselves. Not solely. Stay with me, right? This fear of lack is deep grained into societal norms in order to control and oppress. I know y'all like, girl, why you always got to take everything back to the culture? It's the bones of this society. It is the way it was built, and the consequences and the residuals of that are slowing us down from divine elevation, growth, development, unity, and freedom. Okay? Now, stick with me. This is a society that thrives off marketing and commercials. Do you want to be more? Do you want to be better? Do you want to have less? Do you need? Do you need? Do you need? Right? And then we are sitting there just like, yes, I need. I need a bigger house. I need more cars. I need more clothes. I need more time. I need, right? So we get in this place of I need. This again is a societal grooming, okay, that starts to always let us look for the bigger, better, more. Now that I have the husband, now I need the children. Now that I have the husband and the children, now I need the money. Now I need the time. Now I need the notoriety. Now I need the fame. Now I need, right? I need to prove, I need to show, I need to become. The fear of a lack has been heavily indoctrinated. I wanted to make that point first because I don't want anyone out here believing that the reason they are lacking in confidence, the reason that they feel like they're going to lose, the reason that they're afraid of something is this something they picked up or adopted. I want you to know that the work is going to be so deliberate because we are going to have to undo an entire indoctrination of you being born lack. I said it in our last point. You came here to complete. Why would the Creator send something incomplete to complete others? To complete the world. I shouldn't say others, but to complete life, nature, beingness. Why would something broken come here to fix other things? Come on, y'all, stay with me, okay? You are not, because you're not broken. You are the answer. You are not the problem. I know they're not going to like that I'm saying all this, but listen. If we're going to get out of stagnation, if we're going to move past the stuckness, these quicksands of existence, if we're going to take our blessings and take them all the way into the end zone. Now, Mr. Carter was giving me all my props for using all my analogies right with the sports. I'm hoping that end zone still goes, right? I don't know, because that could be baseball, you know? I'm trying to think, Angels in the outfield. I don't know, okay? But what we want to do is take our blessings to the next level. That's where I'm going with it, okay? So, fear of lack. We come here and we have a fear of lack in ourselves. We don't want to take hold. We don't want to move forward. We're afraid to take big chances, big risks. Think for self, believe for self, hold for self, right? The reason that we're afraid to do that is because we have been told that we are not enough. If you don't have credentialing, you don't know. If you didn't get raised a certain way, you don't have. If you didn't come with A, B, and C, then you are not equipped. You don't deserve. You are not worthy. This world of consumerism teaches us to show what we have in order to prove who we are. This is the life. This is the life, my love. This is not you. It's not even your parents. Yes, I know how you grew up. It's not even them. It's not even your grandparents. This is the structure, systematic structure of oppression that makes you think you are less than where you are going. And you are less than what you need. You are always in need of something, somehow, some way, someone, something more. And I am here to just sit a little bit of enough right here on your plate. Because the fear of lack, why would I go after this course? Why would I hold these standards? Listen, I'm out here in this dating pool. Sharks. Okay, it's Shark Tank out here. Okay? Why would I hold these standards? You not keeping your standards means that you don't believe that someone can perform to them, lack of others, and you don't believe that you deserve someone to perform to them, lack of self. We are rebuking, child, the fear of lack. I don't know if I should try this. At my age, at this time, should I go after this? Should I start this thing? Should I come and should I believe in myself? Lack. Fear of lack. I hope that this is not distracting for y'all. I need it. I'm sorry that I need it. Because I can feel it. Okay? And bear with me. And I love you for bearing with me. Okay? Fear of lack. We have a lack of belief in ourselves. We have a lack of belief in others. And it is keeping us from growing. You have to trust a route to move about. You have to trust in a compass, okay? When Harriet Tubman, and shout out to my auntie, she spoke on Harriet last night as well on her live. When Harriet Tubman was going forward, there was a trust. Now, in her case, according to her, she was trusting something bigger than her, okay? But what there wasn't was lack. What if I don't? What if I don't? What if I don't? What if you don't make it where you are? What if what you have isn't enough? Not that you're not enough, it's not enough. The pay is not enough, the job is not enough. This is not enough for your calling. Not for your validation, not for your bank account, not for your recognition, for the calling on your life. What if you are shortchanging yourself for currency and commodity of the physical? What if you are shortchanging your spirit for currency and commodity of the physical? Remember, you are a spiritual being first. This is why we are suffering. This is why we are obese. This is why we are addicted. This is why we are at odds. This is why our spirits are low. They are not what we are focusing on. But I promise you, as a spirit first being, go on, lift that spirit and see what happens to the rest of life. Now, this fear of lack, I want us to remember this as we shift perspective and we gain tool, right? Confidence completes. Confidence completes. Whatever you think you are short on, you short on maybe height, okay? Because your girl's a teeny girl, I'm a tiny girl. Maybe you're short on height. Maybe you're short on money. Maybe you're short on time, okay? You might be a golden girl. Maybe you're short on time, a golden guy. Whatever you feel like you are lacking, whatever you feel like you are short on, confidence completes. It is a gap filler. Knowing that your blessings still have your name on them. Knowing that what is for you still is for you. Knowing that accommodations are being made by the universe for you daily. I don't have to stop. I don't have to pause. I don't have to retrain. All I have to do is allow. I have to be and I have to flow. I have to be and I have to flow. I have to be great. I have to be beautiful. I have to be brave. I have to be powerful. And then I have to flow with the alignment of a destiny that was written before me. Written for me in my perfect worthiness, not in my flaws or sins. The story that I came here for was written for me. It didn't say, let me write her a story so she could be better. It said, I'm writing her a story so that she can be. She came here great. He came here powerful. Now, yes, we came up in a space that is anti-moralistic, anti-spiritual, right? And therefore, we got to fight for our right to be. But just don't get caught up in the fighting for your right being you fighting to be right. Those are two different things. You right already, boo. Unless you get caught up in the shenanigans. Unless now, yes, you are backbiting. You are envious. You are deceptive. You have become small because this place denied you that of your being born grand. You have become small because this place has denied you of the truth that you were born grand. And in that, now you have nothing but fear of smallness. Why you not big, boo? Fear of smallness. I'm so afraid to be small, I stay small. Because if I try and I leap for big, I might be reminded of how small I am. If I go after something bigger and greater, I might just be reminded of how small I really am. You're not really small. Secret, you're not really small. You're not really small. All the things that are measuring you are not what created you. How are you going to be measured by something that does not know your quantity? They are not, this is not the manufacturer. You are being measured by not the manufacturer. What if I told you that your true measure was in how you are showing up? How you are being divine, how you are being true, how you are being consistent, how beautiful and kind you are to yourself and to others. Let the manufacturer do the measuring. This place, I promise you, that PhD is not your measure. It's why you're still sad. That bank account is why you up here with the dollars and down here with the spirit. Don't let it be your measure. You are fearing lack because you have been indoctrinated with lack in order to be controlled, oppressed in consumerism and capitalism. And it is destroying your light. It's destroying your light, babe. It's keeping you from all of the great things you came here to do. Yes, that you were designed to do. You came here to teach. You came here to do music. You came here to paint. You came here to share. You came here to love. And this life is telling you that you came here to do everything but. Lack of belief in self and the lack of belief in others is keeping you stuck. Your confidence is what completes whatever gap you feel like you're running from. Believe that you came here for a whole reason. Believe that you came here beautiful, powerful, necessary, because you did. You were not an error. You were not a project. You came intentionally into the spiritual realm to grow what's necessary for your wings in the spiritual. You came intentionally in the physical realm to grow what is necessary for your wings in the spiritual. Child, all you came here to do was to level up into supremacy. Nobody said you came here broken. You came here to tend to the earth. You came here to grow humanity. You came here to expand the beauty of source energy. You came here as an extension of source energy. That which has created me, I have come from. How am I broken? How am I flawed? How am I wrong? I came from source. I am that which we live and breathe. I can't be wrong. I can only be grown. Child, hot. I can be hot. I can't be wrong. I can only be grown. Let's grow. Issa, shout out to Issa. I think Baba Issa still watches my moments. Let's grow. Okay? Fear of lack. Confidence completes. Okay, next fear. Loss, lack. Next fear is left. Child, we don't want to do anything because we are afraid of things going wrong. Well, what if you try this? What if someone takes you? What if you become the enemy of this person? What if someone doesn't like you? What if? Fear of things going left. What if this all turns out bad? Well, I mean, what if it takes a nosedive? What if this thing doesn't work out for me in the end, child? We just afraid we can't be right. We too afraid that things gonna go left. We are riddled with wrong. We are riddled with wrong. And just like lack, I don't blame us for the riddledness of wrong. This society, again, is a backwards and dysfunctional. This is this society has a structure and a foundation of destruction. It is built on the blood and the destruction of others, right? When we get into Thanksgiving and we get into the, you know, other things have to disappear in order for this society to thrive. And that structure has never stopped. We're seeing it even right now with the current administration. Certain people are going to have to suffer in order for others to thrive, in order for others to feel like their country is great again. Some people have to feel like nothing will ever be great again, right? This is the so is the standard and the way of this world. Well, here's the thing about you, my love. Here's the thing about this being the standard of the world. You are beyond the standard of this world as a spiritual being. Spiritually, there is no standard for you that this world can keep. Spiritually. Now, in the physical, if you want to go ahead and get stuck, that's what tangible is about. It's about containing, controlling. If you want to do that, child, go ahead. But spiritually, there is no standard for you because, again, you are elevated. Now, if you are afraid of things going wrong, the fear mongering, if I take this chance, what if you get to be homeless? What if you don't have any friends? What if no one likes you? What if you get sick? What if you die? Right? Everything about things going wrong. This life, the part that I want us, I know that in a Moment of Harmony, I used to use Taken a lot by Liam Neeson, the analogy or the scene from the movie Taken. When his daughter got taken by, she was kidnapped into sex trafficking, and she called her dad, and she was like, they're in the house, right? And he told her, they gonna take you, right? One of my favorite scenes and lines in any movie, because he let her know, I can't stop things from going wrong, but I sure can make things right. They gonna take you, but I'm gonna find you. Don't worry about it. This is how this life goes. You will not stop things from going left, but you always are in control of being right. And in being right, you will make things right. I don't fear what can go left because I am confident in my ability to be right, to do right, to make things right. So, we are here riddled with wrong, right? We sitting up in here born in sin. You know what I'm saying? We sitting up in here, we came here incomplete, right? We came here wrong as 2 left feet, so-called, right? Riddled with wrong. Children should be seen and not heard. Riddled with wrong, right? You don't know, you don't know, you don't know. You're not right, you're not right, you're not right. We came and we're groomed in a society riddled with wrong. Here's the thing about creation. Anything worth creating requires labor. Creation equals labor, okay? Even when we think intimately, to create life, life is synonymous to labor, right? To create life, we got to work, okay? Sometimes only one person is working, but it's best if everybody's putting in work, okay? But that's how we create life, okay? To create life, even labor is required in the joy of intimacy, of the creation. There is nothing that is coming without work. Labor is a part of life. For us to feel like if we have to work for it, it's hard. If we have to work for it, it's bad. You might as well go ahead and sit down and sit right on down in that quicksand that you're in right now until the end of time. Because if you are going to get anything, it is going to require work. It's going to require challenge, conflict, and reconstruction. Go on, like I said with taking, stop thinking that you're not going, things aren't going to go left. Stop thinking conflict is not a part of growth. Stop thinking that labor is not a part of actuality, of result of harvest and outpour, overflow. Creation equals labor. Child, if you're going to have it, you're going to work for it. Not a thing. Not a thing on earth. Not a thing on earth, right? Here's the ease. Sustenance is ease. When we get into the fear of things going left, this is where we get caught up in anxiety. This is when we get caught up in different types of addictions and mental and emotional and psychological disorders because we are afraid that something won't be easy. We are afraid that something won't go well. We are governed by trauma and not by transition. I do not fear the flow. This life gonna flow, child. Listen, the life is gonna flow. The wrinkles are going to come, flow. The money is going to come and go, flow. People's moods are going to change, flow. The directives at work will change and grow. I do not fear the flow. And the flow means that sometimes things go left. But to not move at all because things may go wrong, to stop moving when things go wrong, to not be prepared when things go left, we fear the going left and it is pausing you. Child, it's gonna go left. Sorry, spoiler alert. Things will go left. People will disappoint. Things will come up short. You are learning, and so is life. Life is all about that. You're learning, and that's okay. So fear of things going left is crippling us because we're riddled with wrong. I want us to go ahead and let wrong go. I don't want you to call it wrong anymore. I want you to call it life. So this is life. I want you to call it life. Okay? Don't be riddled with wrong. Creation is labor. Sustenance is ease. Now this is the part, okay? Whatever I create is going to make me work for it. But the ease is how I sustain it. This is how we're not worried about things going left. We're not sitting up in here, again, riddled with wrong. We're sitting in a space of creation means labor. Working to get what I want. Working to get what I need. Working for the results that matter. And then sustenance is the ease. I am easing through sustaining it. I have created her. I have created this environment. I have built up these finances. I have made this business. I have developed this family, this project, this whatever. That was the work. That was all the hard work. Okay? And still the work. The ease is then my sustenance. My ease is how I sustain these things. I do not want us to confuse the two because I'm setting them apart because we look for ease in the creation realm when really ease comes in the sustaining realm. When there is no ease when we look for ease in the creation realm, we call it problems. It's so hard. It's too hard. What's the movie that just one battle after another? That's how growth looks. This is how creation looks. If you tell me that you are working day and night, night and day, you thugging, you are warrioring through an ambition or a goal, I'm going to tell you you are growing something. Labor. You are creating. Oh, you're in your creation phase. When you tell me everything is good, like everything, my routines are good, I know what I'm doing, I feel great, I'm going to say, oh, you're in your sustenance, you're sustaining. You're sustaining what you grew. The mixing up of the two will have you not even start on a blessing that's waiting for you. The mixing up of the two will have you not even start on a blessing that is waiting for you. If when I get started, something changes, I'm afraid it's going left and I stop, it's supposed to. A little bit of conflict, a little bit of challenge, little, never hurt nobody, it's only going to help. There are phases of creation. Know the phase so that you don't fear the phase and you just get stuck in, well, I don't want things to go wrong. Well, why don't you try? Why don't you go after this new position? Because I don't know. I don't want to be trusted with that much responsibility. I don't want to. Well, guess what's going to happen if you grow? You're going to work towards your growth. And then you'll find ease in the sustenance. And then you're going to grow again. And you'll find work in that. And then you'll find ease in the sustenance. You're going to create trust, relationships, right? You'll create a bond, work. And then you'll love your bond, ease. And then you'll grow to another level and you'll have to create that bond, work. And then you'll have to grow that bond, ease, ashe, right? So, fear of things going left is a quicksand in your life that is causing you to have false starts, causing you to not start, and I'm going to need you to man and woman up because life is labor. The physical part, okay? This is all labor. But once you build what you're building, that's when you'll find the ease. You won't find no ease in building. That's not what building is meant to do. It's meant to be work. When I hear people come into, when they have healing sessions, and they're like, I'm trying, but it's just so hard. Motherhood, fatherhood, wifehood, husbandhood. I just want to give up because it's so hard. I do want to know, what did you think it was going to be? You thought you were going to build a life with someone? That's sustaining it. Building part is going to, come on, y'all. The building is going to be work. The sustaining is where you'll find your ease. Stop being afraid of things going left. They are going to. As long as you are right, you will be all right and you will make things right. Ashe. Okay? Now, fear of love. We have 2 more and we're after our hour, so I got to go. We got to move quick. Fear of love. Child, we are afraid of love. Okay? We're afraid of loss. We're afraid of lack. We're afraid of things going left. Child, we are afraid of love. We are afraid of it. Why are we afraid of love? All right, God is love. Why are we afraid of love? Creation is love. Why would we be afraid of love? Love is light. Why would we be afraid of love? Because there is nothing more powerful than love. That's why we fear it. When people get all like, well, why would you be afraid? Why would you be for real? There's nothing builds you up so much and simultaneously in my aunt also makes you feel so fragile, so vulnerable, so open. The power of love and all of its extremes are monumental. You're not going to have something that can cure everything and not be extremely sensitive to the touch of humanity. Okay? Therefore, because of its power, we fear it. We fear love, and it is stopping us. I don't want to connect with people. I don't want to get to know. I don't want to go through this journey with my children. Listen, at my age, I still have some little people, but I got some friends that are some empty nesters. They afraid of an empty nest. Love. You are letting love do things love was never intended to do. Entrap you, control you, suffocate you, deny you, destroy you. This is a dysfunction formality. This is love not operating. This is the opposite. We don't actually fear love. We fear the dysfunction of it. Because love in its purest operation is always going to be extraordinary. Now, I recently have I have a granddaughter. And oh my goodness. Okay, the moon and the stars. That's my booby doo, right? I love her so much that it can be scary because I didn't give birth to her. I am not her parent or her parents. I have a great deal of responsibility over where her parents grew up, but I'm not her parent. And so there's a level of handoffness I have to have with her, even though I have the wisdom, even though I have the love, even though I have the resources. My love for her is tricky in that way. I have so much more to give her than I did my own children. I have so much more to offer. I'm so much more prepared for her growth and development, but I have a boundary and a barrier around her. Life is funny like that. What I learned in the beginning, and this is me telling the story of my granddaughter, but I want us all to resonate because this happens with love anyway. Your love of money, your love of connection and relationships, your love of intimacy, your love of dependency. Okay? Being able to have love used against us is what makes us fear love. Nobody fears the butterflies. No one fears the pride and the joy. No one feels the warmth, the power, the uprightness of it. No one fears the beauty of love. We fear that love when it turns into a hostage situation, when you're helpless. Because again, love is powerful. It's powerful. And when things are powerful, we tend to have a fear. When we do that, one, when we don't recognize ourselves as a source of power. As power, I don't fear power. I don't fear love. I don't fear knowledge. Right? I don't feel sources of power. I don't fear sources of power because I am in the number. We are one. These are my peers. Knowledge, power, love, power, me, power, peers. I have just as I have the ability, I have the infinity, I have the authority, same authority, right, as knowledge, the same authority as love. I am one with these things. I am not afraid of them. But the demarcation is what throws us off. The demarcation distorts us greatly. And we begin to think love will hurt me. It will crush me. It will destroy me. I have this saying. I developed this saying for my granddaughter. Shout out to my Drewski Wooski. I developed this saying because I realized I was loving something that I lacked control over. Y'all better listen. Come on, because I'm not the only one, okay? I was loving something that I lacked control over. And instead of being a victim to the thing that I loved, I developed this saying and this mindset. I will not love anything so much that I destroy something undeservingly. This is like crimes of passion. You know, when people want to kill something because it's not theirs no more. Or they want to kill somebody because I don't even know if I can say that word this many times, right? Unalive, I think that's what people are saying now. But when people want to destroy something because of their lack of control of love, I will never love something so much that I will destroy anything behind it undeservingly. Don't mean I won't defend mine. Don't play with me, okay? What I'm saying is that I will not undeservingly go after something because I just love this thing so much, right? I will never do that. I will never love anything so much that I will destroy it undeservingly. And I will never love anything so much that something undeservingly will destroy me. Okay, so let me clear that up. I will never love anything so much that I would destroy something undeservingly. People who sabotage to keep things in their lives. People that manipulate in order to gain things. I will never love anything so much that I would destroy something undeservingly. And I will never love anything so much that I will let something undeserving destroy me. It's not going to happen. Hi, Boopy Doo. I will never let that happen. Hi, my sissy poo. The fear of love is actually a need of control. If somebody tells me, oh, she doesn't want her children to grow up, she is in fear of losing control. If somebody says she don't like nobody talking to her man, she is in fear of losing control. If somebody say, oh, you know, he don't like, he's so possessive and he is in fear. Sissy people, I know you just getting on, but my Perry is getting to me, girl. I've been up in here fanning. I'm fanning, but I'm cooling and cooling. You know what I'm saying? But the fear of love. This is the perspective shift for this course today. When it comes to the fear of love, if there is something out there that you just love so much, you're afraid, you're a victim to it, you held hostage to it. If I don't, what if this happens? What if I lose it? What if it gets upset? What if it does this thing? What if I don't get it anymore? Let love. Just let love. Love is such a powerful entity. Love is a self-controlling, self-correcting, self-erecting entity. It is its own thing. My favorite saying in life is, I did not come to teach you. I came to love you, and love will teach you. Because love has its own power. Those that feel something that is powerful in its beingness have a lack of self-awareness and a fear of light. Let love. Listen, what's the song say? Love should have brought you home last night. If you love something, let it go. We have all types of sayings about love. Because why? Because it is its own entity. It flows through all of us, belonging to none of us. Because it has its whole own energy to it. And I promise this, Londrell says this about life. Life is a living thing. Let life. Love is a living energy. What are you afraid of? You afraid of someone leaving you? Let love find you. Love will always find you. You're afraid of losing something? Love will always replenish. You're afraid of going without something? Love will always guide. You're afraid of, what are you? Let love. Let love. I learned that, like I said, when it came to my granddaughter, there was a time when I would be like, I don't want people to keep me from her. I don't want her to go through certain things. And I have gotten to a place, now that she'll be 4 this year, 4 years later, where I trust my love. And I trust the love and light of life. That whether she is in my presence or not, she is covered. Because I will not let anything undeserving destroy me. And I will not destroy anything undeserving. Love will not will you to do any of the sort. Love comes back. Love survives. Love breathes. Love completes. Love sustains. It is powerful that way. So if you are afraid of the love and you are stagnant, what if they don't love me? What if I won't ever find love again? What if my children don't need me? You do not need to be chasing control, because love does not require chase. Love does not require manipulation. It doesn't require threat. It doesn't require intimidation and trepidation. That is not, if you're working with any of that, boo-boo, you are not working with love. I promise you. Let love. Let love speak for itself. Let it show up as itself. Let it do its best thing, because, child, it does. Okay? Let love. Now, last one. Okay? Because I'm over. Fear of loss. So we're talking stuck in the fear of fear. One of the big quicksands of life. Fear. Why is fear so immobilizing? Why is fear so monopolizing? Because we fear loss, we fear lack, we fear left, we fear love, and lastly, we fear learning. We fear learning. Again, this is not a fear you just grab from home or school. I know a lot of times we want to take stuff back to our childhood and we want to be like, oh yeah, I learned to be afraid in this area. I'm not going to say your childhood did not perpetuate. But what I am saying is that this fear is of learning. This is indoctrinated. Okay, this is genetic. This is historical. Okay, this is patternized. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you, thank you. This thing is deep. So we going deeper. Okay? Basement. Fear of learning. We fear what we don't know. We say things like, what you don't know won't hurt you, right? We say that about fear. We say, trying to think, when it comes to fear, I want us to keep in mind that fear is or ignorance, right? The fear of learning, the fear of us being able to gain knowledge, the fear of being able to gain information, the fear of expanding into thought, action, deed beyond self. These things, again, are brought down from a systematic approach towards oppression. If oppression wasn't a thing, we wouldn't need to make people afraid to be powerful. But because a power structure is in place, we need to make people afraid to be powerful. Well, what makes people powerful? Information. Knowledge is power. Hence, sayings like knowledge is power. So then we've learned to fear knowledge. And we say what? Ignorance is bliss. Why do we say that? Because of such a counterproductive society that weaponizes the power of knowledge against us. What? Weaponized power? Yes. Weaponized knowledge? Yes. The more we know, the more we are tempted to be, I would say, penalized by this societal structure, right? We are encouraged, or shall I say discouraged, from knowing, from being certain in knowledge of self and awareness of circumstance and structure. The more we know, they want to control. That think about the positions that require a great deal of knowledge, like being a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor, right? Most positions that require a great deal of knowledge, they have to take oaths. They're under great restraints and restrictions and limits of the law. By law, you are not able to divulge, lawyers. By law, you are not able to divulge, doctors. By law, you are not able to divulge. You are mandated to report, to say, to do opposite of enlightened. Why? Why would it be such a big deal for you to tell me what you know? For you to show me what is right? For you to help? It's counterproductive to societal structure, and it does not help capital. It just doesn't. It's simple, guys. I'm trying to tell you, it always comes back to that. It just doesn't help capitalism, right? But us divine beings of light, sitting up in here just trying to grow, child. Nobody's trying to take over the world. Not everybody. We're trying to grow and learn and expand. But we've been indoctrinated in a society that teaching us to think for ourselves, critical thinking skill, knowledge and learning for self has been, there you go, Mr. Carter, has been extremely discouraged. What you don't know won't hurt you. You can't miss what you can't measure. These are sayings in this lifestyle all the time, when in fact it is the exact opposite. Ignorance is a trait of inferiority. Ignorance is a trait of inferiority. This is children who are beneath us. We always say, it's okay, you didn't know any better. Children didn't know any better, right? You didn't know any better. They were child. We excuse it. Or when our child gets in trouble, we'll say, now you know better. You in trouble because you know better, right? We're gauging them, or we're measuring them, or we're holding to them a standard of what they understand. We are held to a lower standard of operation, one that is not moralistic, one that is not spiritual, one because we are not to understand. Why? Because we have power. This is an abuse of authority. This is what abuse of authority does. Power has been weaponized against us. So now, when we We're all up in Black History Month, y'all, so bear with me. So we think about Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, and we think about people being murdered for power. What does that do? What does that do to us psychologically as a people? What does that do to us psychologically as humanity? When we look at celebrities and we look at the addiction and the scandal, what does power actually, what do they show us about power? We're afraid to have power of learning. Again, when we were in slave times, we were getting hung, lynched, mutilated for reading, for language continuity, for cultural continuity, for spiritual continuity, for anything that would help us stay informed and enlightened with self could get us killed. This is an example of power being weaponized against you. And so we've adopted. I don't know. I don't know speak no English. I didn't see nothing. I don't know nothing. This is how we go through this life. The fear of learning is stunting us from growing. Learning is a warrior's tool. It is a shield. It is just like a sword or any other weapon you have in your toolbox, and everybody knows. And this is why higher levels of education are reserved for the elite, private education or monetarily paid education, because it becomes a weapon that can be used for growth and expansion. Therefore, if it is, it has to be taught to us differently. Learning is for fools and geeks. What did Josh put up yesterday? Shout out to Josh on Facebook. If you want to learn, hide something, put it in a book. All of these things. We have a fear, indoctrinated fear of learning. We don't have the patience. Now that we have technology and AI, child, we don't even want to try. We don't even want to read. We want Siri to read it for us, Google and Gemini and everybody else. We have a fear of learning, and it is stagnating us. Oh, I don't know. I don't save money because I don't know about money. Equity and home ownership. Right? I don't know how to do that. I'll go and get $500 for somebody to do my hair because I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Why haven't we learned? Why in the year of 2026, in this era of information at your fingertips, are we not hungry to learn as much as we can? Why have we handed over all that we know so easily over to others? Let the computer do it. Let the teller do it. Let the preparer do it. Why are we afraid to learn? And this is not something you picked up. It's something that's been ingrained. Ignorance is a trait of inferiority, and as long as we stay small, we don't get big. It's that simple. I know I'm not gonna say wasted. I know I spent a lot of time on it, but it's pretty simple. As long as you stay small, you don't get big. We're here for moments of momentum. I keep on using it. Moments of motion. We are moving towards bigger and better. So we are not fearing learning. If I can read and I can count, I can learn it. I'm not afraid of it. I never saw it before, but give me a couple of minutes and a couple of days. I don't know where it came from, but I will get it figured out. What? I'll do it. Get you to do it? I'll do it. I'll figure it out. Fear of loss, fear of lack, fear of left, fear of love, and fear of learning are the five major components of why we are stagnated by fear. I know this moment took a long time, but fear is such a massive subject, and I still feel like I didn't cover the whole thing. But I wanted to get those five major points of why you are stuck where you are, why you are not growing where you are capable of growing to, why you are not doing what your life and your heart and your spirit are telling you daily to do. It is because you are afraid. You are stuck in fear of fear. Well, I want to say, in the words of Sir Lil Wayne, what's a goon to a goblin? Go on after this life. stop playing with it and watch life stop playing with you. We're not going to be a fear. You are a warrior at heart. You are a winner of a life, and you are a spiritual being of elevation. It can't even touch you if it wanted to. Trust me, your girl got haters. They can't touch me if you want to. Light, it's all light over here in alignment. You can't get over here. I know you tried. You got to be quicker than that. I love you all so much. This has been a hot moment of harmony, a long moment of harmony, but a very much needed moment of harmony nonetheless, because I need y'all. This is my favorite part of the week. I love you. I need you. I'll see you next week for a whole nother moment of harmony. So go on. I'm about to go take this sweater dress off, okay? Take really good care of yourself. Do what's necessary. Take really, yes. Mr. Carter, you have so many jokes. Good. I can't wait. Oh, I wish men. Don't worry about it. Go on and take really good care of yourself. Really good care of yourself. Really good care of yourself. And then, after you done some real good things for yourself, go on out your way and take really good care of someone else. I love you all so much. This has been another moment of harmony, and I will see you next week for another moment of harmony. Hey, be fearless.